The man in the polo. It was supposed to be a quick stop. Lieutenant General Malcolm J. Reeves had driven the same quiet stretch of Highway 280 between Albany and Preston, Georgia, dozens of times. The scenery never changed. Winding roads bordered by towering pine trees, distant barns weathered by decades, and the occasional rural gas station barely hanging on. Malcolm wasn't in uniform today. Dressed in a plain navy polo and khaki slacks, he blended in easily, a deliberate choice when he was off duty. His Army-issued sedan had a government plate, but to the untrained eye, it was just another dark-colored car on the road. The only sign of his status was a neatly folded dress jacket in the back seat, stars stitched into the shoulders, and the seal of the Department of Defense resting on the breast. He pulled off near a gravel shoulder, just past a weathered green sign that read, Willow Creek, 4 miles. His GPS had gone rogue after the last system update, and he needed just a couple of minutes to reset it. As he parked and tapped his encrypted phone, he heard the crunch of tires behind him. His eyes lifted to the rearview mirror. Red and blue lights swirled silently atop an aging cruiser. No siren, just presence. The words Greenville County Sheriff barely legible on the dusty side. The driver's door swung open. A tall woman with tightly bound blonde hair stepped out, aviator sunglasses perched on her face, her hand resting casually near her sidearm. Her stride was assertive, her expression unreadable. She didn't hesitate. No cautious greeting, no request for documents. Just a harsh knock against the window. Top, top, top. Malcolm lowered it halfway. Afternoon, officer. What are you doing out here? She demanded, her tone clipped. Pulled over to fix my GPS. She peered inside the car, scanning it as though expecting contraband. Where you headed? He caught her name tag. C. Rawlings. Just correcting my route, he answered calmly. She stepped back. Out of the vehicle, please. For checking my GPS? You're on private land. This area is known for illegal dumping. You fit the profile. The profile? She didn't answer. Her hand shifted toward her holster. Malcolm took a slow breath. He had faced hostility in war zones, in D.C., boardrooms, even in international peace talks. But this wasn't about protocol. This was something else entirely. I'll step out, he said carefully. But for the record, I've done nothing wrong. You're being uncooperative, Rawlings snapped. I complied with every word you said. She motioned him to the back of his car. No buck-up. No body cam. Her radio crackled softly, ignored. Hands on the trunk. Ma'am, I'm a federal officer. My ID is in the vehicle. I said hands on the trunk. She grabbed his arm, twisted. His hand hit the hot metal of the trunk lid. He didn't resist. You're making a mistake, he said quietly. A pickup truck slowed on the road. The passenger rolled down a window, phone camera aimed. A teenager in the back was already recording. No one spoke, but unease crackled in the air. You're being detained, Rawlings said, her voice sharp. Then I respectfully request that you call your supervisor or let me retrieve my identification. You don't make requests. You wait. Malcolm kept his voice even. I'm Lieutenant General Malcolm Reeves. My ID is in the briefcase inside that car. She laughed. You expect me to believe that? You don't have to believe it. Just verify. She radioed in, mumbling about a suspicious male, possibly armed. I'm not carrying a weapon, he said. She scowled. You're military. You people usually are. Malcolm blinked. You people. Her radio buzzed again. She requested backup. He looked past her to the growing group near the roadside. More cars had pulled over. More cameras. You're escalating this unnecessarily, he warned. Are you threatening me? No, ma'am. I'm advising you. She snatched his wallet from his pocket, flipped it open. The Pentagon ID gleamed in the light. She froze. Where'd you get this? 30 years of service. She stepped back but held her stance. You still can't park here. I wasn't parked. I was rerouting. Wait here for the responding deputy. Fina. Once he arrives, I'd like to make a phone call. Calling your lawyer? No, Malcolm said. The Department of Defense. A long silence followed. A siren echoed faintly in the distance. Rawlings began pacing. 3 more cars pulled up. No one spoke. Everyone recorded. "Turn around," she said. "I've already identified myself." "You're resisting." She grabbed his wrist, twisted, and locked the cuffs tight. Gasps rose from the crowd. "Everything's being recorded," Malcolm said. "You think that matters?" "It always does." She shoved him toward her cruiser. The crowd murmured. A voice called out, "You're going to regret this." Rawlings snapped, "Mind your business." "It is my business." She slammed the door. Malcolm sat quietly, breathing slow, letting years of discipline guide him. Then, Deputy Marcus Ellison arrived. Tall, calm, deliberate. He conferred with Rawlings, then approached the cruiser. "Sir, your name?" "Lieutenant General Malcolm Reeves, United States Army." "She saw your ID?" She had it. Ellison nodded, closed the door, walked away. Moments later, he returned. "Sir, is there someone you'd like to call?" "Yes. One person." Ellison handed him his phone. Malcolm dialed. "Major Fletcher." "General Reeves. I need verification sent immediately." Within minutes, black SUVs rolled in. No sirens. No markings. Just presence. Colonel Isaiah Trent stepped out, his uniform impeccable. "Sir," he said, opening the door. "You all right?" "Just bruised pride." Trent turned to Ellison. "Who's in charge?" Technically, she initiated the stop. Trent approached Rawlings. "Do you know who that man is?" "He didn't identify properly. I acted on suspicion. You held his ID. That's a 3-star general. You cuffed him." Rawlings faltered. "Don't say another word." The sheriff arrived. Sheriff Harold Trent, no relation to the colonel. Older, authoritative. "Someone explain." "Sheriff," said the colonel, "one of yours detained a general unlawfully." "That true, Casey?" "He was uncooperative. His ID seemed fake." "Did you verify it?" I didn't think it was real." The sheriff turned. "He could end your career with one call. And he hasn't. That says something." "General," the sheriff said, offering a hand. "Apologies. It's not about me. It's about what happens when no one thinks anyone important is watching." Rawlings was placed on administrative leave. Her badge and firearm were taken. Videos of the incident went viral. Hashtag spread. News vans appeared. General Reeves made no statement. No outrage. No press. At a small veterans forum, he finally spoke. "I've faced hostility abroad, but never felt smaller than on that roadside. Still, I don't carry anger. I carry purpose. We can't fix what we pretend doesn't exist." Rawlings was terminated. The county implemented new training, bias education, community panels. The teenager who filmed it all, Miles Reardon, started a YouTube channel. His first video hit 500,000 views. Reeves watched it quietly. He didn't feel pride, just certainty, because justice wasn't always loud. Sometimes it stood silently while everyone else was watching. If the story moved you, share it. Say something when it matters. And if you want more stories like this, subscribe.